In this video, we take a walk through a garden of mature palm trees that have been growing over decades. This is probably the largest collection of palm trees in Zambia. This lush specimen garden is the home of many of the mother plants of Palm View Nursery, where they collect seeds from which they grow new palm trees.
So this is the snake palm.
This is the snake palm, and you need a male and a female for it. This, I think, is a female. We don't have a male for the seeds to get pollinated. So this is a female, and it really struggled. We gave it a lot of TLC to survive, and it's finally survived. But the fruit in the east is eaten, and it's delicious. It's
I've heard that.
It's so delicious. It's a lovely fruit. I've eaten it. And that's why I bought it.
You wouldn't think, considering how vicious the plant looks.
Yeah, I think it's a protective mechanism for the seeds to survive. Yeah. So this is the seed. This is thank you, Mr. Zimba. So this is viable. This is not, but this is. You see
the weight?
No, it shakes. That's shaking.
Oh, okay. So when it shakes, it's not viable.
It's too dry.
Oh, okay. I call these dragon eggs.
Yeah.
Because if I think a dragon existed, it would have an egg like
palm.
that in the end.
The Rafia palm. Thank you, Mr. Zimba.
These are the ones that have the really long palm fronds.
Yeah, we've got it here. We're going to show it to you.
Okay.
We've got one growing here.
Oh,
we planted him here because of the two trees, and we give it gallons and gallons of water.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, because it's under a tree, this is not so red. This is blood red, you know. And they grow in the Capitia Springs and the hot springs in Shiwangandu. In Serenge, there's a colony, but they're protected by their environment. They're in a swampy area, and people are very scared to go and get them. Yeah.
There's also, as you're going out along the Great East Road, just after Rafunsa, you get an area where there's a number of a natural population that exists in there.
But it must be swamp. It must be.
It is, yeah. There's what they call the 80-mile. There's the 80-mile Dambo that's there. That is the headwaters of a river in that area, and it's a peat Dambo actually. So when you walk on it in the dry season, you feel the kind of bobbing up and down. But they have these full size.
But look how tall, long look how.
Yeah, you have to go past
Chaninu
Hot Springs.
Look at the front where it reaches. Look. Yeah. Look how high it is.
It's going to top.
So this was given to me by Mike Bingham, a colleague of mine who passed on, and I feel very, very, very. It's a very special.
Because Mike had his growing where his
water tank
overflowed.
Where his water tank overflowed, yeah.
And he actually had them flowering regularly.
Yeah, he gave me seed and he gave me this. He was such a good friend. I miss him dearly. And lots of advice. He asked me not to remove my indigenous trees in this palm park when we first came here.
Yeah, let them act as more of like a nursery for the trees and stuff, isn't it?
This is a Macrocarpa. It's a beautiful palm, very unusual with multiple stems and green things. It's one of my favorite palms.
This is related to the cane palm though, is it? Or?
I'm not sure if it's related to that. But I was given the seed by a colleague and I grew it, and I was so happy that I managed to get it to grow. And in Makushi it's seeded, but here it's not seeding. When we transplanted it, can you see?
Yeah,
the seeds are just not seeding.
The dried seed.
And they're just not seeding. I don't know why. I'm just hoping that at some stage, maybe there's too much shade, because I left my indigenous trees here. Yeah.
It's got an interesting color to the.
That's how they start off.
When they start,
and then the seeds go on the top.
A nice kind of bright red. Very
beautiful. This one here is a very unusual palm as well. It's called the Ruffles Palm. I got this from the late David Peary's garden. Oh, okay. I helped a guy and Sipo move their cycads from their father's garden, who was an avid collector of palms and cycads, and he loved his gardening. So he said, "You can have anything you want. You know, you're helping me." So I said, "I'll take this this palm, and we relocated it just recently, about 3 years ago. It was a very tall palm. Yeah.
And how did you?
We put hessian around. We put hessian, and we put it in. We put it in the back of our vanette, and it just hung like that high up in the air. It wasn't very big, as you can see.
And nobody wanted to touch you when you were driving with this thing.
And we propagated it, and nobody wants to buy it.
Yes. Oh, they look at the trunk and they're like, no, that's not friendly.
Yeah.
I'll take the teddy bear palm instead.
So there's the Licuala Palm that you were talking about.
Yeah, okay. This
there
is
we've
what
got
I'm...
one growing.
Yes.
It's struggling. It's a truly tropical.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it's still growing.
And I think some of the more recent introductions that they've made from some of the Luculas have the kind of yellowy spots on them and stuff. Yeah.
And then here's a teddy bear palm.
I don't know palms well enough.
Yeah. This is our teddy bear palm. That's a thing. Bamboo palms. This is a beautiful. It's the Windmill Palm. It's a lovely one, very, very tall. It seeds. It's a magnificent specimen. And then here
is this also one that grows in temperate areas?
I'm not sure. I don't know about that. I'm not sure.
Oh, and the seeds of the
We've got
raffia.
a couple that we haven't been able to identify.
Mm.
And here we've got the bamboo palms. And here we've got the most common palms, but one of my favorite, the queen palm. I love it. I think it's so beautiful.
I love the fact that people, when they fruit, so many people will eat the flesh around the nut and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then
actually wildlife as well. I find them all over my place, from bats and the shiracos and things like that.
Yeah, we've got another palm here, which we haven't been able to name. We got this from the group that came from Thailand, and it's magnificent. It's this one here, and we've never been able to name it. This also came from the ones from Thailand.
That's quite nice in terms of its clump-forming habit. It hasn't seeded for you yet.
No, it hasn't seeded yet. No, hasn't seeded yet.
Palms are such a
as
group.
you see, we don't. Have you found any seed, Mr. Zimba? Are you sure? No way. Serious? Serious? Oh, we are lucky. Where?
Let's see where.
You never saw it. There. Please collect them. Wow. It's our first time to see. Actually,
Green Space Zambia, luck strikes again.
Is that it? Please collect the seed. Well done, Mr. Zimba. Well done.
Yes, something new.
Mr. Zimba's in charge of the palm park. It's his baby.
Do you have problems when there are high winds?
No, we're okay because we grew them, we planted them properly.
And I suppose they kind of buffer each other, isn't it, at the moment? They're not... I like this actually quite nicely. Yeah,
that's the Dipensis, the Livingstonia Dipensis. Livingstonia Dipensis. This is the fishtail, the giant fishtail. This was given to me by my colleague, Dick, who owns New Forest as well. And it's a single stem one. It's not the double stem fishtail. This one in the rainy season is just magnificent. It's a huge palm.
But if I remember correctly, it's also monocarpic. When it starts flowering and finishes, it will die.
Not this one, the multiple stem one, dude. One dies and then the new one comes up.
Oh, okay. I was under the impression that this one did as well, sorry.
Is it?
I don't know. I have to ask
Dick. Dick would know. I should ask him. That's an interesting one. Then
Yeah, because all that time for it to grow and then for it to die afterwards would be such a shame.
And this one I got also from another colleague, and this is a cross between a foxtail and another palm, not been named. Not been named, this one. Hasn't been named, it's a cross-pollination of both.
I suppose there's a lot of people who are just trying to say, no, we'll keep them pure rather than doing a lot of the horticultural crosses. But that's probably going to come out more and more now.
Yeah, it's a beautiful one though. Look at it. It's a beautiful cross. Yeah.
Do you have the flamethrower?
So these are Carpentarias. These are the Livingstonia Dipensis. These are the black palms. These are called black palms, but because they've got a black stem inside.
Oh, okay.
Be careful, guys. We've got ants, eh?
Oh, do we?
Yeah, yeah. I forgot to tell you.
I'm not in the right shoes for ants.
No.
Mpashi. Yep.
Yep. Be careful, guys.
You laugh now, but if they bite you, my friend, you are not going to be laughing.
No, and if they go up your trousers into
Stand
your
on the
pants.
soil where I know I can't see them. At least in the grasses you can see them.
Here's one. Oh. You can't see it.
Mr. Zimba has the right shoes for Mpashi.
Yeah, so this is the Mediterranean, and there as well.
That's quite lovely,
actually. That's a mature
actually.
one, and that's a young one.
It's got its skirt and its hairdo up the top.
That's a Mediterranean fan palm, and that's a juvenile Mediterranean fan palm.
I like them because they're quite, you know, they're manageable. It's not too big.
Here? Yeah, here. Okay, is that where they are? Okay. I'm not going to come there.
Maybe we move out of here.
Yeah, we move out.
This is also why I'm standing on the soil, as I can see them.
This is a foxtail palm in seed.
Yeah.
There's a few seeds. There's the seed. Just pick up the seeds, Mr. Zimba. The
Those seeds are very distinctive, I remember.
Yeah, yeah. The good. Pick up a few more. Yeah, just the good ones. Yeah, that's enough. See how beautiful they are.
Now, is this is just a fleshy covering?
Yeah, so we put them in water. We put them in water. We leave them in water. Don't put it in your mouth because you can get a rash if you do. If you put the fishtail seeds in your mouth, you'll get a rash. It'll burn and all your skin will come out. Don't do that.
What about if you just put it on your tongue?
Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Yeah, yeah. So we don't allow anyone to put anything in their mouth. Yeah. Okay. Just got.
Yeah, it looks like the Mpashi are still.
Yeah. So this is a juvenile. Bismarck, and I'm hoping one of them will be. We're planting a few more. I'm hoping this one will be a male.
This is definitely not one for a small garden, though.
No, we say that to everybody.
You cannot plant this guy in a small place.
Yeah, these are royals. Okay, this is is one of our tallest palms that we brought from Ukushi. That one there, the Lucuba Palm. Look how tall it is. Yeah.
And for the surprising in terms of the thickness of the stem, it's not very thick, effectively, is it?
It's not very thick. No, this one is not very thick.
I'm always impressed because palms are not known to be hugely deep-rooted, but then
they've got
height that they can grow.
They can grow. It's amazing, amazing. This is a Butia capitata. It's a beautiful palm. It's a jelly palm. That's that red Latin palm, and that's a yellow Latin palm.
Oh, this is the size that they'll get to from what we saw.
Yeah, from what you saw. They look how beautiful they are. Foxtail palms. Are you okay, guys? So look, this is a Chambeyronia. Look how beautiful it is. It's got a green stem. Got a beautiful green stem. Beautiful.
With that new red leaf coming out.
With the new red leaf coming out. Beautiful. One of our most beautiful palms. Yeah. And this is another palm that we got from the ones that came from Thailand. And we don't have a name for them, but they're seeding, and it's also a beautiful palm. I'm hoping to, I think we identified this one. We've got the name for this one.
for this one? No.
We've written it down. I need to come and work on the names.
Wouldn't
again.
wouldn't there be quite a bit of like palm groups on Facebook and things like that?
Yeah, no, I do. I send them. I send them to the Australian Palm Society. I'm a member.
Okay. Yeah.
I just need to sit down and redo my list again because we keep getting lots of palms. This is another type of Rhapis palm. This is a beautiful one.
Yeah, it's a very different kind of ladyfinger.
Very soft. Very beautiful. It's my favorite. Difficult to grow. It doesn't grow as fast as that one.
Yeah.
The Rhapis. This is more of a soft-leafed one.
So if that's Excelsa.
Yes.
Rhapis, and this one would be Rhapis.
I don't know this one. I haven't named this one, and none of them make seed.
Yeah.
So you have to propagate from suckers. Yeah. Just leave the seeds down, Mr. Simba, and you can. This is a bottle palm.
Those are strychnos fruits, Jono.
Yeah. This is a bottle palm here.
I have kunda, and the kunda love to eat these, huh?
Yeah. And this is another single stem a fishtail. It's a single stem one. Grows quite big. It's
it'll take a while before it gets to that same size.
And this is a bottle palm. That's a bottle palm there. And
do you have a princess palm in here that's planted out that's larger?
Yeah, it was on the other side, quite a big one. It's lost all its. It's lost all that.
I was curious to know if it was still going to have
it's
that.
Lost all of that plats. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't. There's so many palms
here. That is expected in many ways, I would say.
Yeah, and this is our only coconut palm. We got another one. Where? Oh yeah, we've got another one. Yeah, we have another one. That one is a hybrid. That's a hybrid. It's not the Tanganyika tall. I grew one Tanganyika tall in Makushi. A friend gave me this. They just grow. They're air plants. So we just put them everywhere.
Spanish moss.
Where we've got sprinklers.
Yeah, I've tried to grow it, but if you're not going to give it water, or at least put it in some place where it gets...
they get sprinklers. That's why they're okay. They get sprinklers, yeah.
And your indigenous ones, like the Cumbretum here, love it as well.
Yeah. So this one's got a problem because somebody tried an eagle. They tried to make a nest there, and they disturbed the growth.
Really?
So, and they do it because they're safe from snakes. You see, they're quite high.
Yeah, it's difficult for them to climb something like that.
So. They nested there and they distorted the palm, sadly. And it's a spindle palm, it's a special one. And I don't know whether it'll get right, but we've got another one here. So hopefully it will be all right. Ooh, I've been bitten badly. Let's go, Mr.
All right, yeah, maybe we'll wrap it up there.
Let's go, yeah.